Oh, my beloved, lovely, wonderful friends. My heart, turns out, is so bursting, I scarcely know where I should begin today. That was my dilemma as I prepared. Shall I begin by gushing over the sweetness of the apostles who loved both their Jewish and their Gentile friends so very much that they just literally stop, well, not literally, metaphorically stop the presses to figure out the best way that they could make both feel as comfortable as possible. They had heard from their Jewish members who loved God and tradition so very much that they truly believed it best to pass along and incorporate into this new and glorious Christian expression of their faith the dietary codes and circumcision and other practices of Judaism. So, of course, they wanted to continue what they loved so much. And the apostles also heard from their Gentile members who just loved this new to them faith in Jesus and God and Spirit so very much, but did not understand or accept those same traditions that seemed so strange to them. And so the apostles and the elders consulted and prayed and consulted and prayed and came up with a compromise inspired by the Holy Spirit. The reading stops just short of the next line, which says, when the members of the congregation read it, they rejoiced. Glory be to God for prayerful compromise. May we who live in the 21st century follow that example. Or maybe it would be better to begin with the beautiful and consoling words of Jesus, who tells us of God's deep and abiding love for us, that God so loves us as to make a home within us. Because it says, we will come and make our dwelling with you. And this happens both as individuals and as a family and a community of believers. We are invited to make our home in God, and God makes a home in us. Imagine for a moment God in Jesus, right here in your home, snuggling on the couch, interlacing legs, listening, speaking, watching the news, worrying, crying, laughing, dancing in the kitchen, helping with the chores, and going to the hospital with us, sitting beside us as we hear devastating news from doctors. Every bit of the lows and the highs, God makes a home in us. Do not let your hearts be troubled or afraid, the gospel says. Carl Jung discovered this Latin quote from Erasmus, who said, "Bidden or unbidden, God is present." And Jung loved it so much, he had it inscribed over the doorway of his home as a reminder. And I have it here too, in Latin. Bidden or unbidden, God is present. Glory be to God for God's abiding, indwelling presence in our lives. Or maybe it'd be better to begin with this radiant vision of heaven on earth described in Revelation. Actually, no, I think it's a natural progression that if we remain ever present to God's dwelling with us and our dwelling within God, and if we turn like the apostles did to compassionate listening, if we tell our truth, if we remain open to the Holy Spirit, if we do all these things, if we hear Jesus' word, then we move inch by inch closer to that radiant vision of heaven on earth described in Revelation. It's such a powerful image of love. We're welcomed into a relationship in this radiant city of God. It's both intimate and imminent, of this image of joy and new life, a true home. Separation and sadness are banished, and the gates are wide open, facing in every direction, north, south, east, and west. There is no need for a temple because God and love and spirit are the temple. There's no need for a temple when everything is temple. The longed for radiance of God, the pain of empire that we see being played out around the world is overcome by light and love. Love overcomes the waters of sorrow. At the end of Revelation, it says, the Spirit and the bride say, come. Let everyone who hears say, come. Let everyone who is thirsty come. Let anyone who wishes take the water of life as a gift. No more crying. That's the very nature of God's home. I close with a prayer from the Black Rock prayer book that goes like this. The world now is too dangerous and too beautiful for anything but love. May your eyes be so pleased you see God in everyone. May your eyes be so blessed you see God in everyone. Your ears, so you hear the cry of the poor. Your hands be so blessed that everything you touch is a sacrament. Your lips, so you speak nothing but the truth with love. May your feet be so blessed you run to those who need you. May your heart be so opened, so set on fire, that your love changes everything.